What's going on, workforce? Brian here, and today we're talking about the Destiny 2 Curse of Osiris update. So this is patch 1.1 for Destiny 2, December 5th. What we're going to do here, if you guys aren't familiar with a patch note reading that I've done in the past, I'm just going to go down, obviously, the patch notes, talk about everything that's in them, give you guys my thoughts and opinions about them as we go. So feel free to read along. Hopefully you have fun with this. I'm expecting and hoping for a lot. Obviously, there are two updates just to remember. There's today's update, and then there's a future update on December the 12th, which that includes the things that they've talked about with Masterworks and things of that nature. So the Curse of Osiris seems to be a two-part update. So I don't know how, haven't really read through all of these. I've just kind of skimmed them. So we're going to go over them in detail, and I don't know if they're going to mention that here or not. So I want to make sure at the top we talk about it. So looks like we've got patch 1.1 sandbox and talking about abilities. General, increase the damage dealt to bosses from super abilities. This should be very handy. I'm really excited about any damage increase, especially in the PvE sandbox as well. So they've also adjusted the output of the recovery stat so that characters with the lowest recovery totals will start regenerating slightly faster. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what that means. I don't know if that's a translation issue, because with the lowest recovery totals, they're going to start regenerating slightly faster. So, okay, just we're going to have to play around with that and see what that means. Grenades. I'm hoping for the best here. Reduced pulse grenade damage, slightly toned down, and the intensity of the camera shake and controller rumble associated with each. Reduce the recharge rate of additional grade charges beyond the first. So anybody who's stacking more than one grenade charge, that it looks like the reduction rate has been reduced. They've normalized the recharge rate for arc bolt and firebolt grenades to match the other grenade archetypes. And then they've increased the damage inflicted to combatants by flashbang grenades, magnetic grenades, suppressor grenades, incendiary grenades, fusion grenades, skip grenade, flex grenade, arc bolt grenade, swarm, trip mine, storm, firebolt, axon, and scatter. Oh, thank you so much. I'm seeing those sticky grenades. I'm hoping that they're going to actually be worthwhile and something to play around with here in the future, or now actually. So Titan, it looks like they fixed an issue allowing the Titan's rally barricade to regenerate infinite ammo on certain weapon types. They've fixed an issue allowing players to chain Fist of Havoc abilities indefinitely. I wish I knew about those. Just kidding. Decrease the distance traveled in the air with shoulder charge ability when it's executed without a target. Increase the number of solar hammers that can be thrown during the duration of Hammer of Soul super ability. Alright. Extended the timer for hammer strikes weaken debuff by 1 second, and corrected an issue that was causing the visual effects not to be represented during that duration properly. The sunspot health regeneration buff now lingers for 3 seconds after moving through a sunspot. That's helpful. Tempered metal and soul invictus no longer trigger off combatants' solar shield detonation skills. Alright, so next up we've got Hunter. Arc Strider dodge now briefly breaks tracking. The base duration of Golden Gun is now the same for both paths. Shadow Shot now suppresses targets immediately on a direct hit. Shadow Shot no longer tethers dropships. And increase the amount of time available to fire arrows while using the Mobius Quiver upgrade of the Shadow Shot super ability. Cool. I'm not a hunter, so I'm hopefully some hunters are out there excited about those notes. Warlocks, the explosive rounds no longer receive bonus damage from Empowering Rift. The Heat Rise perk no longer triggers on destructible objects. Updated the Devour perk description to correctly indicate the ability is triggered on kills. The Nova Bomb created by the Cataclysm upgrade remains its initial speed for longer before slowing down. So my Warlock I think is almost level 15. I've mostly been doing a Titan, so that kind of seems like maybe Warlock's got a little bit of a nerf. So I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments below on that. Then armor. General. Hunter leg armor with survivalist stat package now grants recovery. Okay. Exotic armor or armor. Mask of the Quiet One no longer grants energy when the wearer takes damage from friendly players. Shield Bash now triggers the dreaded Vistage perk on Mask of the Quiet One. Slightly increase the damage dealt by ACDO feedback fence. Ooh. That's going to be good. Kills with the Fury Conductor's perk on the ACDO feedback fence are now now show the correct icon in the kill feed. Adjusted the grenade recharge granted by Starfile Protocol and compensate for the global decrease in the second grenade recharge rate. That makes sense because the Starfile Protocol lets you carry 2 grenades. Improved ready and stow speed on Peacekeepers. Add an additional perk to Lucky Pants. I love that. That loads in a single bullet into the chamber of a stowed hand cannon whenever the player scores a precision hit with any weapon. Reworked Karnstein's armlets in 2 ways. On melee hit, the armlets now provide heightened mobility and recovery and heightened low health targets, and scoring a melee kill immediately restores a significant amount of the wearer's health. That's awesome. Fixed an issue with Dune Marchers, there we go, where the linear actuators perk is not triggering consistently. All right, let's talk about some weapons. I'm hoping for some cool stuff here. So the general across weapons, they increase the base damage and reduce the precision modifier of precision auto rifles, slightly reduce the aim deflection of high caliber rounds on auto rifles and scout rifles, reduce the effectiveness of aim assist at higher ranges on scout rifles. Seems like that, you know, I'm gonna see if people are super heavy into scout rifle, especially in PvP. Reduced the severity of recoil on Hawk high impact auto rifles. Hand cannon accuracy recovery now scales with the rate of fire. Improved base aim assist on aggressive hand cannons. Slightly increase the rate of fire between burst of Omelon sidearms. Slightly increased impact damage of lightweight single shot grenade launchers. Fixed an issue with the Tireless Blade sword perk where players could sometimes get the sword ammo from underpowered sword attack, and fixed an issue where the Infinite Guard perk could or would drain ammo when guarding in a healing rift. The Relentless Strike sword perk no longer returns ammo on heavy attacks. When comparing sniper rifle stats in the UI correctly updates for the maximum magazine values, and fixed an issue with Ambitious Assassin to make it more consistent. So a lot of changes there, a lot of changes. Fixed an issue with the Infinite Guard perk where we drain ammo when guarding in a healing rift. That's obviously that sounds annoying as heck. So I'm interested. Like a lot of this stuff, at least from my perspective, was not on my radar. But you know what, man, that's just a lot of general fixes. I was getting a phone call during that. It's like, I don't know who this is. So exotic weapons, increased fighting lion damage changed. Thin the herd perk will now grant ammo rather than pulling ammo from the player's inventory. I hate fighting lion, so I'm wondering if this is going to make it worthwhile. It's a grenade launcher that exists in your your energy weapon slot, and I was like, this thing is just the worst. Anyway, so I'm wondering if that is going to help it out at all. Shooting destructible objects with the Graviton Lance, Sunshot, Merciless, Sturm, and Drag no longer trigger the exotic weapon perks. No! So obviously I think they're talking about barrels and things that blow up in and of themselves. So I guess that makes sense and it's fair. Fixed an issue with Darcy's target acquired perk to make it more consistent. So Darcy is a exotic sniper rifle. So obviously target acquired is a huge benefit for snipers in the game itself. Now activities, we've got the raid. The Leviathan raid is now a recommended power of 300. The Prestige Leviathan raid now has a recommended power of 330. So that means obviously, we would expect it, but the power is going up. Fixed an issue causing Cabal corpses to float in midair. Darn it. Fixed an issue in the Nightmare realm of Caius encounter. Fixed an issue where raid keys would be removed from inventory when a player creates a new character. Raid keys will once again reset alongside checkpoints each week. Players traveling to the Leviathan now see proper space flight. All right, they finally got that last one. PvP, let's talk about this. Fixed cases where players could get out of the intended playable area on a number of maps. I've seen that happen. The Hot Streak Challenge no longer progresses for the opposing team. The Capture 5 Zone Challenge now progresses for zones captured by allies and requires increased numbers of captures for completion. So that seems to make sense, that it's not that it has to be you, but it's, all your team has to do is do it, but it's going to sound like it's increasing there in the number in which that you need. Advantage and domination stats now accumulate on assists. Okay. Fixed an issue causing previous kill to repeat in the kill feed prior to the new kill when a player obtains a kill streak. Increase the rate of the rate of rare rewards upon match completion in quick play and competitive playlists. Increase the rate of legendary rewards upon match completion in quick play and competitive playlists. Thank you. Increase XP rewards upon match completion in quick play and competitive. So more loot, more XP. Thank you very much. Strikes. Nightfall strikes now have a recommendation power of 270. Prestige Nightfall strikes have a recommended power of 330. Fixed an issue in Savalhan's Song, where a crystal would fail to spawn blocking progression. Fixed an issue in the Averted Spire, where some cases players who died had no valid spawn location. Increased Glimmer earned from strike completions. Increased XP rewards earned from strike completions. Seems like I think they really wanted to kind of buff that up. So no more public event farming. Public events, let's see what they do here. Fixed an issue where sometimes the Prime Ether Servitor would not spawn during an Ether Resupply public events. Fixed an issue where the Cabal gladiators would sometimes have horrific arm elasticity and would be defeated during Cabal public events. Reduce the XP rewards in some public events to bring them more in line with other activities. That makes sense. We kind of saw that coming. Reduce Glimmer earned for some public events to better balance them with the other counterparts. Reduce the rate rewards to bring them more in line with other activities, and increase the rate of legendary rewards from public events for level 20 plus characters. So, all right. That seems, I wonder how, obviously when you look at the whole sandbox with the strikes, with the PvP, all that, how it's going to go and how it's going to be balanced going forward. Guided games. Leviathan guided games now have a recommended power of 310. Nightfall guided games now have a recommended power of 270. Makes sense with the other adjustments. Improved clarity on guide selection screen in guided games. Full clans can now queue as guides for guided games. Alright, cool. Faction rallies. Fixed an issue in the tower that would not properly load faction victory flags for players who were in orbit when the flags were applied. Fixed an issue preventing some players from pledging to a faction during faction rallies. Man, bummer for them. Fixed an issue where faction tokens scored within the vault were not properly wiped between faction rally events. It's like, I've got 1,000, I'm turning them in day one, and we win. Iron Banner fixed an issue where Lord Saladin would sometimes refer to the Guardians by the wrong class. Oh, nuts. Make it a character trait. I don't know. Anyway, Trials of the Nine fixed an issue where players could sometimes become stuck in the third spire when attempting to visit the flawless space. Fixed an issue where the Trials of the Nine tooltip displayed the wrong fireteam requirements. And fixed an issue where some emotes would not play correctly during the intro cinematic. Okay. General UI fixed a missing buff icon when the floor's lava challenge is completed. Fixed an issue causing level up notifications to persist on screen during Crucible matches. Fixed an issue preventing eligible exotic infusion materials from displaying properly in the infusion screen. Reduced the frequency of HUD disabled warnings shown when the HUD is turned off via the HUD opacity setting. Fixed an issue causing player indicator on the destination map to have been incorrectly positioned while the player is dead. The flashing nameplate indicator for a player who is unable to launch an activity now displays appropriately on all fireteam members. Thank you. Fixed an issue where notifications would be dismissed by bringing up the character screen. Fixed legibility issues with waypoint icons and text where they were using the same color. Fixed an issue causing no kinetic ammo would briefly appear on a player with swapping weapons. Fixed an issue where the loot stream notification would hide challenges. Orbit PGCR correctly displays player tooltip information. Fixed an issue where players would be told they owned the Sturm Symbolist ornament even when they did not. Fixed an issue where competitive was misspelled to give them on the Give Them War emblem. Fixed an issue where players would sometimes be prevented from dismantling gear. 4K and HDR support. Hey, we made it. Upgrade resolution to adaptive 4K and high dynamic range for PlayStation 4 Pro. Upgraded resolution to 4K and high dynamic range and lighting on Xbox One X. That's awesome. I don't have 4K, but regardless, thank you very much. Audio, they fixed an issue causing music to fail when the players were completing the same adventure back to back. Fixed firing audio in the Who's Grow rocket launcher. Fixed an audio issue in the memorialization replay sequence. So they got some PC fixes here, it looks like. Players can now exit the game using a controller. Bravo. Players can now keybind the numpad when numlock is active. The scroll wheel now works on gear lore tabs. Fixed crashing in the new Pacific Arcology area of Titan. Fixed a source of random crashes. fixed an issue that prevented full screen mode from working properly in rare situations, improved the accuracy of the game's frame rate counter under fluctuating frame rates on PC, fixed an issue where Destiny 2 would crash upon shutdown, improved font texture handling to address cases of stuttering or hitching, and fixed an issue where some SLI configurations would cause frame rate stuttering. Then we've got miscellaneous, fixed issues where open world vendors would not load properly, resulting in crashes. More fixing the issues of two players in the same network would crash when leaving an area simultaneously. They fixed an issue where they would sometimes be launched into the wrong activity. Fixed an issue where hitching would occur when traditional Chinese language was selected. Added secondary and tertiary sorting methods for the vault. Fixed an issue that would result in beetle errors. Fixed an issue where the loot for Palooza and dance party keys did not recover to the postmaster. They fixed an issue causing improper lighting of players' ships when flying to destinations. Fixed many cases where players could get out of the environment at various destinations. Fixed an issue causing Lois to jitter erratically. That's the bird. If y'all haven't seen it, there's plenty of probably footage of that. Bummer. I thought that was kind of enjoyable. Fixed an issue where the camera would relocate awkwardly upon character respawn, and added missing Omelon emblems to Gunsmith rewards. Then they have Destiny Companion app stuff. This looks like it's the end of the patch notes. So updated the Curse of Osiris expansion. Players can now see the entire game history details from their profile page. Added the ability to retrieve items from the postmaster and gear selection. General bug fixes and improved localization. Well, everybody, it is Curse of Osiris time. Destiny. It's the first expansion of Destiny 2. We're going to see a lot more updates. I'm looking forward to the thing on the 12th, as well as custom PvP coming sometime in 2018. Hopefully this has been enjoyable. Hopefully you guys like that. If you like these kind of videos, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below what you're excited to play. I'm looking to be doing some Destiny 2 tonight, getting into the Curse of Osiris and playing around on Mercury. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm really hopeful that Destiny can, kind of right the issues and things like that. We've got plenty of opinion pieces. We've talked about it in the past. And so I'm going to go and wrap this up. And thanks so much for watching this video. Hope to see you in my next. But until then, guys, you have a fantastic week and have fun in the Curse of Osiris. I'll see you soon.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Brian, do you think there's anywhere they could catch us in the meantime?
Right now, Chris, we're probably on Twitch. If it's probably in the afternoon, it could be you. Sometimes you see my face. And we also found this random guy, named Kevin on the street somewhere.
I accidentally left my password written on the side of my car.
Oh man, that was really a big mistake. But guys, we really appreciate it if you guys hit the link in the description below for our Twitch page. We'd love to see you over there. And you can even subscribe to us over on Twitch.
If you're Amazon Prime, that could even be free.
Oh my gosh, what a deal.
Well, cool. Well, thanks guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.